What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to Billy Goat Tales on a Sunday, a hot Sunday afternoon. At least it is hot here. It's 105 degrees today in South Carolina. But we have a packed show today. We're going to get into some XRP talk because XRP has been in the news lately. And we're also going to talk about BONK because BONK's been running. I don't own any BONK, but we're going to get into a little chatter about some BONK. We're going to go over the top 4 altcoins, and we might even have a little bit of advice there. Hey, throw it out, some investment advice there. And we're going to talk about cyberpunk NFTs because I don't know if you know it or not, but millions and millions of dollars just went into the cyberpunk NFTs. We're going to go over some charts. We're going to go over a lot of other topics today. We're going to try to pack it all in today if we can. We always somehow figure it out how to pack it in, but let's first say hello to the team. What is going on, Tex-Mex, Biomex?
What's going on, Billy? What's going on, Billy Goat Tales fam? How are you doing? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm looking forward to the show.
Yeah, man. Dave Digital, what's happening in your world?
Dave Digital, don't know. So looking at Zora's going up, looking at Bitcoin, it's coming down a little bit. So we don't know what's going on. Got AVAX going up a little bit. You got Ondo going up a little bit. So we're going to have to see what's going on. Let's look at the charts. Let's look at the trades. Let's get into some discussion and see what you got to say.
Yeah, man. Jim, what's happening?
Not too much over here, Billy. Just kind of a chill Sunday over here.
How hot is it in Texas? 93? Okay. Yeah. And Redman out there in Las Vegas, how you holding up with the heat?
It's 100 degrees, but I'm maxing and relaxing in the nice AC that I'm totally thankful for. Because without that, man, it would be pretty hot in this room right now. No, I'm excited for today's show. Welcome, BGT fan.
Yeah, you just kind of brought up something on one of the motivational mindsets that's coming out this week. It's about counting your blessings and taking away the things that we take for granted all the time. They like AC. I mean, see, we have it, so we take it for granted. Take away your morning coffee. Take away your favorite, whatever it is, spoon, fork, knife, favorite shirt. Take that away. It's the small blessings, man. Those small things that we use every single day. Take them away. You'll really understand what gratitude is. So especially with the AC and the heat, man. For sure. Let's say hello.
Don't take away. I was just supposed to say, don't take away Alexandra G.
Yeah,
because we're so grateful for her.
Alexandra G. Or Andy, let's say hello to chat. Jim.
All right, Billy. Let's see. Rewind the tape a little bit.
Yeah.
Who was first in here today? Was it Vollmer? I don't know.
Yeah.
On the list, that's kind of who
It's
it looks
always
like is Vollmer. We got old Andrea. Of course, we got Jesse, Dark Crash, Alexandra G. And All Set was the next one in the room. And then, guess fast forward here a little bit. Got a lot of, there's DDT. DDT showed up just in time. And, well, I think, oh no, here we go. Now we got some action. I had to go way back in the list there. I was too far. We got K Diggity. We got Donato Cabrera. Or Donato? Is that how you say that? I don't know.
That's my boy.
Who else
Billy
we
was
got?
saying, and now for third base,
Andrew,
it's Donato.
There's Crypto Coin Mindset. He's coming by. And we got Jamesy. What was that say? Ladd? Jamesy Ladd.
Very nice. Po man. We got to say it. Donato. You know, we coined this. And our leadoff hitter, our second baseman, Donato Cabrera.
And on third base, Martin Van Goop.
Settle down, Billy.
Oh, I had to say it, man. Been waiting my whole life. What's going on? We got also, you said Billy Whiz but I thought I also saw the vet. Who was that?
Oh yeah.
Martine Van Gert. Oh, yeah, you said that, didn't you? Yeah, okay. And Rusty Bot, drop your WD-40 can for Rusty. Keep him well lubed up. Got to have their WD-40 can emoji. If you do not have a membership, you cannot drop the emoji. So you got to get yourself a membership so you can drop the WD-40 can for Rusty Bot. We got to keep our resident Rusty Bot nice and lubricated here in the chat. We don't want him to rust up. So that's for sure. All right, guys, let's get into it. You ready to do some crypto bubbles, Red Man?
Let's go, David Digital. All right, so on the hourly, as you can see here, let me take myself out of the picture here. It'll be mini Red Man. There we go. So as you can see here, Hex, congratulations to the Hexicans. I've never bought Hex, but if you got it, you're up. You're up 68% for the year. It's up 6 spots to number 85. So congratulations to the Hexicans out there. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a retracement. A lot of red out there. Bonk's down a little bit, 1.5. Nothing to be concerning, though. Probably healthy at this point. Yeah, pretty much everything is in the red, except for Flare's up a little bit. Flare's up 29% for the year. Let's go on to the daily. Daily's a little different. Here we go. Here's some more green in the daily. I like seeing green out there. Green, green, green. One to watch. Athena. It's up 2 spots. Number 30, $4.27 billion market cap. It's up 14.4% on the day, 35.5% on the week. Let's see here. Cake is up 8.8%. Wow. Cake is up 52% for the year. It's up 5 spots to number 82 at a $1 billion market cap for Cake. Let's see what else we got out here. Caspa making a little bit of a resurgence here. It's up 40% for the month. Wow, that's pretty bullish right there. Caspa, but it's down 1 spot to number 42. So you Caspa fans out there, let's see. Injectives up 3.8% for the day. It's up 3 spots to number 66, $1.5 billion market cap. Let's see. Jupiter, the Solana DEX. Let's see. It's up 5% for the day. It's up 44% for the month. It has that bullish looking chart too as well, just up and to the right. Let's see here. HBAR is up 330% for the year. Congratulations to the HBAR people out there. 100% on the month. Wow, look at this. Really taken off in the last couple of weeks. Up 6 spots in number 15, $12.45 billion market cap. Let's go on to the weekly. So obviously, if you see in the day, we're green, but you look in the weekly, we're still trying to eat up a lot of these losses. And a lot of these coins haven't done that yet. Pump is down 37% for the week. It's down 22 spots to number 89. It was over $1 billion market cap. Now sitting at $950 million for Pump. Pump.FUN coin. Let's see what else is in here. Crow is up 13% for the week, 75% for the month, and 53% for the year. It's up 2 spots to number 28. That's Kronos Crow coin. That is an exchange coin. Like I said before, Flare is doing pretty good. This is DeFi finance on the XRP ledger. Flare, one to look at. I would definitely check this out. It's up 7 spots to number 67, $1.74 billion market cap. And let's go over to the month real quick. The monthly, we got, Penguin's still crushing it. The Penguin heads.
That thing just keeps on going, doesn't it?
Man, 313% for the month, Billy, for the month. So whoever bought Penguin down there at a cent, because it got to a cent. So whoever got it at a cent is now up 4x from where they were. So pretty good. Sui, this is another one I'm watching. Sui's up 58% for the month, 448% for the year. So Sui's up 2 spots to number 11 on the monthly chart, $14.91 billion market cap. Let's see, where's another one? BONK. We're going to be talking about this one today. BONK is up 149% for the month and it's close to 17% for the year. It's up 26 spots to number 43. Congratulations to the BONK community. This thing is on fire right now. So that's pretty much all I got for you. Billy, back over to you, brother.
And we have Alexander G dropping 5 memberships. Gobble them up. Thank you so much. And I also saw Rusty Bot dropping a big 20. He wants to keep himself lubed up, so he gave a 20 bucks there. So we appreciate that, Rusty Bot. Thank you very much, brother. It's all about you guys. What is Giver's Game? What are we doing here? What, right? How are we any different than any other crypto news? Well, listen, any of you guys that want to become a creator, we're going to help you. Come on our show. We're going to give you a chance to come on our show. And because we remember, I remember when Alex O was starting, he just needed that help. He needed those connections. And same with Frankie, right? Frankie did have BitBoy behind him, but he also needed to grow organically and with good people. And so whatever we can do, we're going to be bringing on, of course, we brought on DDT as our resident chart guy. And of course, Dark Crash. We're going to give Dark Crash a few weeks with us too, because he's trying to build a YouTube channel. Of course, Crypto Coin Mindset. Any of you guys that want to be out there and want to get started, hopefully in a year or two from now, we'll have a much bigger channel and our voice will be able to help you out and get you going. That's one of the prongs of our missions at Billy Goat Tales. So always good to see everybody. Share out the stream, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. And with that, let's hit the coin market cap market update. You ready, Tony?
Let's go. All right, so the overall crypto coin market cap is up again this week. 3.93 trillion, up 1.23%. Anyways, fear and greed is at 64. It's actually slightly down from last week. We were about 68, 69 around this time last week. So coming down a little bit, fear and greed, but still above 60 and going strong. The altcoin index is at 43. I don't remember quite what it was last week, but it's I think it was a little bit higher. We'll go check that on in a little bit. So Bitcoin and most of the crypto world is up on the weekly.
Rusty Bot with 20 gifted memberships, Tony. Sorry. That's a big one.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was Poe Man. That was Poe Man. I was reading the wrong one. Sorry, Poe Man. Hey, Poe Man, really quick. Can't wait to see you. Well, we got like less than a couple of months, right? Month and a half. So sorry, Tony. Sorry. Keep going. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, no worries. So most of the crypto world is up on the weekly, at least. You had Bitcoin up almost 1%, Ethereum 2.5%. We've got XRP is slightly down, a little more than slightly down, almost down 9%. I think there was some news. I think we're going to get into that a little bit today, so I won't keep going and hashing on that. BNB is up over 10%, Solana 3%. And what else? We got Dogecoin is down 11, almost 11%, and Tron up 1.5%. Cardano's down slightly, and we'll continue to look at what we've got going on here. So I'm going to share this tab. This is the altcoin season index on the week. The altcoin index. Actually, let's look on the monthly. On the monthly, you can see that it was down, and we covered this last week. It was up to 55, and then now it's back down to 43. So it's cooling off a little bit. We still believe that if you look at last week's video, we still believe altcoin season could be around the corner. At least most of us do. If we looked at the top 100 coins, Bitcoin's dominance is still right around halfway in that top 100. So still a lot of coins. I didn't look at the math of how many coins, but it looks like that's about halfway down the list of top 100. All right. So let's look at this fear and greed. Fear and greed, it's about level. So if you look at the last 30 days, 67, 68. So it hasn't moved a whole bunch.
64
And
right now, huh?
Yep, 64 right now. So let's go into the categories. We sometimes talk about the categories. Rehypothecated crypto, as we've talked about before, is really crypto that's on loan, almost as collateral to borrow against people's crypto. So that's one of the, it's probably going to be the highest category unless that splits out into different sectors. Memes are up 4.25%. Solana ecosystem up almost 3%. Following the coin itself, AI and big data are up over 1% with Trump Grok. I'm not endorsing, don't know anything about it, but it's the biggest gainer currently. We got gaming up 2%. Gaming had been down for a little bit, but gaming's up 2%, and DPAN is up almost 2% as well. So, all right, that's about it for today's look. You know, of course, I'd love to look more into the NFTs, but typically this is only Ethereum based.
Here we go. Make it
All right,
rain.
Dave.
Make it
All
rain.
right.
R.S. Miller.
R.S. Miller, you had to. R.S. Miller.
So that is the coin market cap and different sectors. Thank you, R.S. Miller. I can't see the chat at the moment. I'm going to have to go and look.
It's raining in the chat. It's like Golden's in there. Except it's all throughout the whole community.
Wow.
The whole community says dropping
Givers,
members.
givers gang.
Thank you.
Well, Tony brought it up. That XRP is kind of retraced a little bit. It's one of the topics that we wanted to get into today because there's always so much news on XRP, and it did just recently. And we'll pull up. But if you want to get the coin market cap XRP, just pull that back up, Tony, and go on to the XRP. Click on through that. But I wanted to share this post. And of course, you know, I got a chance. I don't know who took the picture. It might have been you, Dave, but I got a chance to meet Brad at the show, got a picture with him. It was pretty cool. But he posted this out that Brad Garlinghouse says, we are not partnering with Swift. We are replacing them. And if you, let me see if I can, I don't know if it's going to work if I click through this or not. We'll try to
tell me when you want me to bring that chart up.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. See if I can click through this or if it's going to work on this or not. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's see. Show. Boom.
Does not appear to be working.
Does not appear to be working. No, it's not clicking through for me. But anyways, that's a pretty bold statement, right? And if you want to pull up that chart, Tony, I want to go over the XRP movements. Just knock mine down and pull up. Yeah, there you go. So you can see.
And this is 7 day.
Yeah, this is 7 day. So go to the 1 month too, if you can.
No problem right there.
So let's look at that for a second, guys. So like I bought XRP in 17, held it. I think I got it at either 34 or 37 cents. I've been one of the long holders of XRP. When I say that, I don't have a huge amount of XRP. It's not like by any means a huge amount. But you can see that it hit, if you hover over, what was that, 363, Tony, go over to the actual price. Yeah, was it like 361, 360, 360-ish, right? And it's come down from there. But every single day, if you're following Twitter, there is some sort of development going on with XRP. And I wanted to pull up, for instance, over in Korea, XRP drives 3.196 billion spike up at Upbit. So the XRP trading pair, which was a particular pair, XRP/KRW trading pair, highlighted a 3.196 billion surge in 24-hour trading volume on Upbit. You also, if I scroll up here, and I'm not sharing this right now, guys, because it's on a different sheet, but as we know, and I don't know if anyone in our community, let me know if you are in our community and you are actually trading with the XRP ProShares ETF, because the last I had heard that's out there on ProShares, the Ultra XRP, and that is an exchange traded fund listed on the New York Stock Exchange, designed to provide investors with leveraged exposure to the daily performance of XRP, the cryptocurrency that was, of course, created by Ripple Labs. What it specifically aims to do, it 2x's, so 2 times the daily performance of the Bloomberg XRP index. And that's before fees and expenses. So we had some coins a couple years ago. I don't know, Dave, if you remember this. It was kind of big, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, actually, now, where you could trade the, say, Bitcoin 3L or 3S. So when you'd go in and trade it, you'd be trading it to go short or to go long. And a lot of people, when it was going into the bull market season, would buy the Bitcoin 3L. They would have 3x the long, and that's how they traded. And that was a big thing like 3 or 4 years ago. A lot of people were using that pair. But now, of course, it's on the New York Stock Exchange. So like Solana had one of the first ETFs that allowed staking, right? Here we have XRP, and there's other ones too now, but there's XRP that allows you to, in this particular case, 2x when you purchase it, right? So pretty interesting. And of course, the XRP lawsuit is still out there, still dealing with XRP lawsuits. And as a lot of us remember, when we had XRP, Coinbase took it off of the exchange. We had it. I couldn't trade it for, I don't know, felt like 2 years. Don't quote me on that. But until that first lawsuit was dropped, and then we could start trading XRP again. But it just keeps making headlines because of significant price movements and all the strategic developments that are occurring. And so I want to kick it around the horn. Who on our team, because I didn't ask this in our meeting, and I kind of let the cat out of the bag with my own bag, but anybody on our team have any XRP, or what's your story with XRP? I'd love to hear it.
No.
None. Jim has 0. Never owned it, Jimmy?
Never owned it.
What about you, Dave Digital?
Yeah, so me and XRP have a not so great relationship. So back whenever it was doing that little pump, I did, or it was, the pump before the pump, I guess, when it went from like 50 to 100 or $1.20 or something like that, 50 cents to $1.20. So I got in at 80 cents and it went up to $1.20, and then it just reversed. And so I just got mad at XRP, and I didn't want to have anything else to do with it.
So you haven't since then, huh?
No. It's like a redheaded stepchild to me.
What about you?
All the redheaded stepchildren in the audience.
Yeah, Dave, see. What about you, Red Man? Any XRP? You got any stories with XRP?
Yeah, actually, so I bought it when it was 32 cents, and I sold it before it pumped. And I didn't sell all of it. I sold a good amount of it before it pumped. My wife is actually the XRP person in the family. She has a lot more XRP than I do. But seeing it now, these guys are professional. There's a lot of professional people in the XRP camp, and they play for keeps, and they're looking to take over. And I admire that. They're making strides. I believe this court case is going to go away here pretty soon, and of course, I'm not pulling the truck up. I'm not going to buy a bunch of XRP anytime soon, but that's just me. That's my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. But yeah, if you're in XRP, kudos to you. I understand why, because there's a lot of upside when it comes to the rails, the liquidity, and being. They're going to take over. They want to take over what Swift's already doing. I mean, that's going to add a whole bunch of liquidity to their market cap. So a lot of upside with XRP.
And we have a lot of XRP, WIC, Is Wick in here? Wick's a big XRP guy. So
Oh man,
guys,
that's his biggest holdings.
Man, that's your biggest holding? Yeah. So Man's in the XRP army for sure. So for me, like in the community, Jimmy Void, longtime community member, and Frankie Candles, one of the OGs over there. He hasn't been around late in the last couple of years, but like he helped start that whole thing. Jimmy Void, XRP Shillbilly, always a big XRP guy, and of course Wick and Wick's wife, of course, they're big XRP holders. But how about you, Tony? Any XRP?
Previously, not currently, but I think I'm gonna get a little bit of a bag. I found a wallet that had some Solana in it. I think I'm gonna split half of that and get into XRP today. A
What?
little later today.
You're gonna trade your Solana for XRP?
Yeah, a little bit. 20,
Oh
30 bucks
my.
worth.
I mean, well, okay. I mean, do you
Not
think that?
financial advice.
do you- But knowing that, Tony, do you think that Solana will get their ETF? Because if they do, ooh, I don't know. It's
perhaps.
just opinions.
I
right?
sold some NFTs that I didn't realize had sold, that they've been on the market for a while. So I'm just gonna transfer some.
Yeah,
my own,
I think
That's a
Tony's got
pleasant-
FOMO.
That's a pleasant surprise to wake up to, man.
maybe a little FOMO. Just gotta
Tony wants to
spread
buy
some
him a
of
little
the
bit of top. Let me get some of this top here.
Not the good time.
This year's top. 4 years from now, you never know.
4 years from now will probably be a great buy, Tony. I'm just thinking, of course. Nobody knows.
We see
Yeah.
Curtis Hill popped in. Randy, Papa Randy came in. Good to see you, Papa Randy. K Diggity, of course. What's he saying here? Seems like when you transfer one bag to another bag, it's how you guarantee that one's going to go up. Well, yeah, the other one drops. Isn't that always the case? That is seems to be always the case. Well, guys, we keep sniffing around the edges. So the longer we're in the space, you're gonna have one of those pop. So it's just a matter of time, right? So like they always say, it's time in the market, not timing the market, and I believe that. So we're around enough of these coins and these projects that every single one of us are going to do probably great. I would say in the next couple of years. So. No doubt. Well, Redman, tell us a little bit about Dave Digital. Tell us a little bit about how we can get a hold of Redman's Amazon-based book.
That sounds like a great idea. Red, you ready?
Let's go. Yeah, so the BGT fam already know this, but for you new viewers out there, go ahead and open up your Amazon app on your phone. You can search Billy Goat Tales. Billy's book will pop up, Bridge to Bitcoin, and my book will pop up. It's The Tricker Wolf and the Wise Boy. If you have kids in your life, you want to teach them about blockchain, you want to teach them about investing, you want to teach them about just some good life lessons that will help them in the long run, pick this book up. Yeah, you can get them both for the same price. Like I said, Bridge to Bitcoin's out as well. Jimmy's is going to be coming out here pretty soon. Can't wait to see that. So yeah, pick yours up today.
All about keeping kids safe in this crazy sector that we call cryptocurrency and blockchain, right? Got to keep the kids safe. So another prong of Billy Goat Tales. Well, we try to do anyways, the best that we can. Shuby, is Shuby in here? I see K Dig said, I bet Shuby would make them no problem. Yeah, Shuby can make anything. Shuby definitely can make anything. But we have our guest host for our chart expert, DDT Dave. What's going on, DDT?
Evening, afternoon. Is the mic working okay? I might just have to change mics, but it looks as if it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
But not echoing or any issues?
Not yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
I was having a few issues earlier, so yeah, all good. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone had a good weekend.
oh yeah, we had a great weekend, man.
Maybe just a tad of bit of feedback. It sounds like just a little bit of those dots in the back. I don't know how to explain them.
Yeah, just the mic. It's got a little bit of voice cancellation on it, just to kind of make it better. So I've been tinkering. But yeah, all good. At least it's working and not not picking up everything in the background.
What do you got going on in the background, DDT?
Usually chase downstairs on a Sunday. So sometimes sometimes the washing is on, or yeah. So, but now it's off. Managed to at least have a busy day today and get all the kind of the normal parenting stuff done for the new week.
Good. Well, let's pull up some Bitcoin chart and let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. We going up or down, man?
We are ranging controversial opinion. So, oh yeah, I've changed the screens as well, so I don't have to literally click share on each screen. So I've just shared the windows so everyone can see all my windows. But yeah, for the most part, just obviously been ranging the weekend. Not a hell of a lot going on. We've currently got a daily green dot printing, and then obviously the 2-day literally from this range up to 112 broke us out. 2-day green money flow crossover. One thing that is a little bit concerning is we are diverging again on the weekly. We had the weekly bearish divergence a while back in June. Obviously, it got stomped on, kind of momentum wave went flat, and then obviously we got another green dot that eats us up. So this is kind of concerning for a little bit of a rollover. For what I'm thinking of is that if we are going to retrace a bit, maybe come back into this fair value gap, which I'll get to kind of more, will probably be August, first week of August, second week of August. Usually that's kind of the like a timing window, kind of mid-August, some the first 2-3 weeks of August, somewhere there, you do have a little bit of a drop down. When we were in the like 50 to 74K range, what happened is, obviously I probably can go there, but basically just to kind of backtrack a bit. When we were in this range here, obviously this is, you can see where this week was like, end of July, but 5th of August, first week of August, we had that swap to 49K. So I'm kind of thinking the markets will kind of rhyme again, hopefully. But for now, what's happened this week on Bitcoin, we came down. This whole 4-hour candle was the Asia candle into this with the selling from Galaxy Digital with this Bitcoin Satoshi era Bitcoin wallet that wanted to sell off, made like $9 billion or something, like a ridiculous amount of money.
There you go, Jimmy. We're going to be talking about that. Yeah.
So this whole kind of sell off basically was that. So the good thing there is that 80,000 Bitcoin sells, and we literally only dropped like 2.5-3%. So, like, if the market can absorb that, because basically, when Germany sold all their Bitcoin, the market was just like rolling over, just couldn't absorb those sells. So the market is generally a lot more healthier, obviously a lot more bullish, and also as well during that Germany sell-off, the Germany Bitcoin sell-off, they were also we were also ranging. So it's a good thing. Number one, kind of the best point kind of to put out here is that 80K Bitcoin was absorbed. Obviously, Sailor's now going to buy again. We've had quite a few kind of big institutions, whales. We've had good inflows on the ETFs, on Bitcoin and ETH.
How many billion was that? The Galaxy?
It was 80,000 Bitcoin. 8,000? No, it was 80,000 Bitcoin.
Was it 9 billion?
It was 9 billion. What they
9.2 billion.
Yeah, I thought it was 80,000 Bitcoin because basically they were transferring at a rate of about 10. On this whole drop, they started kind of just by the Arkham wallets that I was watching. or kind of when I get alerts, when I saw, obviously when I woke up, because this was during Asia, I woke up to the little bit of a bloodbath. But yeah, so it was like 10, 15,000 denomination, some to Binance, some to Kraken, some to OKX. And then also you could see somewhere actually also went to like OTC wallets, OTC customers of Galaxy, obviously, as well. They didn't sell specifically all through exchanges, but I think that's 40 to 45,000. A good half of it went through Binance, OKX, and Kraken. I think it was kind of from when I was up. But yeah, all good. It came down. Obviously, it got absorbed. Good thing. Money flow, I was a bit concerned kind of when that happened on Friday. Thursday, on Friday, kind of I was concerned the money flow on the 4 hour would cross. But also as well, what we were getting in here was that kind of what I was saying with the guys in Frankie's, is this was just conducive to the way the 4 hour money flow was looking. It was just ranging. We needed to have anchor waves. And now we've got another anchor wave at the top to kind of get the movement up, the follow through. So basically, that's what's happened. What we did have as well, so obviously we came in, this was a huge fair value gap on the daily, and then we had the local golden pocket over here. So the local golden pocket is from the impulse, from like 111 all the way up to the high, literally the golden pocket bounce. And obviously, a lot were kind of looking at this point when we were rolling over on Friday, thinking we could come lower, could have bounced. What happened subsequently to that was just we had a 1 hour bullish divergence to come down. So generally, I do like to look for bullish divergences, but also as well into key levels. Everyone, some traders or some YouTubers always say the divergences don't work, or it has to be into a level, right? Yes, you get divergences all over the place, right? But the issue is where the divergence happens. This was very key to hold this 115.2. Kind of also, well, we had an S&P level here. I'll come on this quick. I think it's a 115.2. There was an S&P key. And also as well, if you're looking at liquidity wise, we've got all of this liquidity. So it was a good bounce for now. And then obviously we had the volume profile, which we were trading in between 116.6 and 119. So literally we've done a full rotation. And as you can see, obviously we came back up, flipped it, earlier high. So full volume profile rotation. This was also a setup that we had in Frankie's Discord in the premium. So yeah, quite a few caught it. And I think even guys like Jason Casper, if you look, or kind of on Friday when I was kind of watching various shows, you could see it wasn't just obviously one certain style trader caught this move from 115K. I think a lot of people were looking for it. So where does that leave us now?
Looks like it's flagging out there.
Yeah, it's basically ranging just below the value area high now, kind of a high volume level. From what I am looking at this point, I'm looking about 120K. I think 120 to 120.4. But I just yeah. So we've got a DMPOC daily naked port control at 120.4, and obviously we've got this local golden pocket which you've rejected, which is the it's basically the all-time high down to the all-time low, or all-time high down to this current low, basically. So just high to low pull on the volume profile, local golden pocket, DMPOC. So somewhere there is something that I'll probably freak you out with, but this is just liquidity, order flow software, or order flow interface. So you can see at this point, obviously, all the orders up here, and there's quite a stack. There's 500. So it's about 1,200 Bitcoin kind of just sitting above. Yes, those can be removed and it can carry on going up. But for the most part, we kind of stuck just between two sets of liquidity at this point. So if we were going to come down, this 117.3 is probably the lowest, which kind of matches up with this kind of zone here where we were just trading in before the move up today, or early on today. But for the most part, yeah, that's kind of 120.4 for now. Next point of interest, and it could just roll over here and fall flat. But if I was looking and saying where I'm looking for kind of another short or another rejection at this point, it's probably going to be somewhere there. To the downside, the 117 is basically just this zone. Then, but you'll have you'll have strong support or decent enough support on 118.2 to 118.3 POC of the range as well. Let me just quickly flip on the EMAs, because I think obviously as well for anyone that looks at EMAs, SMAs, there'll be EMA or SMA support. Yeah, 4 hours just flagging. So yeah, kind of the EMAs look a bit there. But yeah, kind of support zone is basically where we just moved up from, basically. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Obviously this week, lots of news going on, FOMC and a few other things that could shake the markets. Generally as well with price action, what happens
What'd you say, Redman?
Wednesday is going to be a very important day. There is way more than just one or two things going on. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring up all these things.
There's restructuring and restructure rates and a whole lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's U.S. ADP non-farm employment change, U.S. advanced GDP quarter over quarter. I mean, just a whole bunch of things. Australian CPI, Spanish fly CPI, French consumer spending.
Spanish fly. I think Jimmy made that one up.
Where are you reading
sounds
that
like a Jimmy Jim title right there.
That was a good joke. Oh, I got all you guys on that. I had to retweet that.
Sorry, DDT. Go ahead, brother.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was just flipping over to another chart to see. But basically what we've been doing here, again, same, just weekend ranging. Generally, my thesis and kind of what I don't trade on weekends. It's kind of my time for family, and I literally only come back to charts a few hours before the show, basically, to get everything prepared and set up for the week ahead. But generally, I don't trust weekend pumps. It's just how I am, kind of with kind of how I understand price action and how price action should work. So, literally, even last week, if you look here, see last week we pumped up there, pumped the weekend, pumped to Asia, came back down. So that's probably what I'm thinking would be the most likely scenario that I would think would play out. So, but usually what Asia would do now is they would take the high again. They'll sweep they'll sweep this high and then roll over. If that's the case, otherwise they'll just carry on going and then New York will reverse it probably sometime tomorrow. But generally looking very bullish for the most part on Bitcoin.
Drop the butts for DDT. Got to drop the butts for DDT. He coined that.
So yeah, the Bitcoin thesis is that we'll probably still carry on ranging. I don't, depending on how the ETF flows go this week and how the news goes this week, we could go higher. For the most part, I don't think we go higher tomorrow. If we're going to go higher, it's going to be later in the week. I think this will roll over a little bit, and then more than likely, probable, kind of what I'm thinking may happen is that it will either take the higher rollover or it will carry on going up and then roll over. So I'm expecting a pullback at some point, at least between now and kind of Tuesday. And ideally as well, before those key news events, if you have retraced, that usually sets up a good long position. So if the market's kind of cleared itself out, then yeah, those normally set up. Generally, the price moves the opposite to what it was moving before the news events as well. So that's also something to bear in mind. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. ETH.
Let's take a look at ETH.
Why is it not? I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, did I turn all my? Oh, dingu.
So Jimmy, look at that ranging up, man.
So yeah, ETH's basically the whole week just been trading up. You've got these companies, SharpLink, and there's one other treasury company that have literally been buying a lot of ETH at the moment. So that's obviously helped the price. If spot buyers are supporting price on an upward trajectory, that's good. But then also on the converse, if spot price is selling and price is going down, that's bad. So yeah, kind of generally on an uptrend, you could probably tag that all up, or kind of. So we just within a range, literally from kind of 24th of July, just a few days ago, literally been trending up as we came back into the value area low, flipped the POC, and yeah, just in a full range rotation. The one thing I am kind of that we did obviously helped us up was obviously this 2-day trigger wave dot and obviously the green money flow. So obviously money was coming into the market, into ETH specifically. Also, as well, I probably won't show, but everyone obviously knows that Bitcoin dominance is rolling over. So the 3 days just flipped as well. So as price trends up, money flow on the high time frames or higher dailies will start trending up as well. I think the weekly we've had a cross kind of 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So it's looking good. If I was just going to say, let me just put the other fib retracements on. Where's the other ones? And these levels here, sorry. So that's one. So we're basically just below kind of the all-time high. So just below a profile, between like 3,800 and 4,300, 4,400. So it's been ranging below. Generally, this is quite bullish when it just ranges below kind of a key level of resistance. It's now generally looking to flip this level to support. And what I would hope for is you have more daily closes above here. So give it maybe 2 or 3 daily closes, but obviously ETH is bullish. You could probably just do that, right? Just go straight back up to 4,000. But if it kind of ranges here and then pulls back to then go up, that is probably the better setup for me. Kind of if you are sidelined on ETH or on trades, if you're looking for kind of the higher probability ones, you're probably waiting for a few daily closes, show strength above this 3,800, pull back into 3,800 and kind of target 4,000. And then kind of the lower time frame levels kind of I'll be watching is just this 3,600 for now. Obviously, keeping it simple, volume profile levels. If we fall back out of this range, we'll eject there. We'll probably come back to kind of the restart of it. So the highest volume level within the volume profile or kind of volume weighted levels just below. With also as well looking at the EMAs. Yeah, we're kind of trending up on the EMAs as well, so fairly strong trend. I presume as well there is quite a lot more ETH buying that's probably going to be happening. Even relatively speaking, if you're looking at like the Bitcoin treasury companies and then also kind of thinking of the companies now that are trying to go ETH and Solana and those type of try and make other altcoins treasuries, they're not really worried about price because they have a high time viewpoint. So for me, even I think, yeah, you'll probably still find there's still quite a lot of demand. The ETF inflows on ETH have been higher than the ETF inflows on Bitcoin. So there's more demand now on the ETH ETFs. So that's good, number one, because obviously Bitcoin, the ETH ETF was flat for ages. Literally did very little volume, and now it's doing a few hundred million a day. So, a few million, yeah, a few hundred million a day, which is good. So, yeah, for most part, next, if Bitcoin if ETH, holds 3,800, kind of few daily closes, looks strong, doesn't really show any weakness. Hold 37 to 3,800, and probably your target would be 4,000 next. 4,000 is obviously a key level, psychological level. There is a daily naked point of control up here as well, or daily level and a daily naked point of control. Was one or something? Was it monthly? No. Anyway, there was another volume weighted level up there. Obviously, maybe it was a weekly. But yeah, 4,000 is obviously the very, very key level for it to get through. That's obviously then, I think, close to the all-time high. All-time high is it's about 4,800, I think, previous all-time high. So kind of that's what I would think would be the next kind of plays. If we are coming down, obviously, anything 34 to 3,600 for me within this profile will kind of be the kind of looking for trade entry points. You could snipe here at 3,800, but I would kind of give it a few days and show strength above that level and kind of keep it as support. So yeah, that's basically it's not a hell of a lot. Looking good. Obviously, it's looking a lot better than Bitcoin at this moment because ETH BTC pair is in a decent uptrend and broken out. Bitcoin dominance is dropping or in a downtrend. You'll have things like Total 2 and Total 3 breaking out. So looking good for ETH and some altcoins generally. Was just Cardano was the other coin you want me to do, Billy?
Yeah, ADA.
ADA gang.
So Cardano is, so we have a range up here, which it just is struggling with this 91 cent level. So that's the range. So between 91 and 114. And it literally just continues to bang heads here. When it fell out of this range, rejected there, then obviously formed this lower range, and then it's got the upper range. So it's just range, or macro-wise, it's just range trading. And then obviously in June, we kind of had this fall below the this value area here, and obviously it's worked its way up, done a full rotation. It's now flipping back to this value area high to support, or trying to, but is rejecting this. So it's between kind of two volume profile levels. And I think in the week was this one. So at the moment, it's rejecting obviously the value area low, the volume weighted level, and then this high at about 119 down to like the 51 cent low. It's just rejecting, which is a macro golden pocket. So Fibonacci levels, whether you trust them or not, it's rejecting a Fibonacci level as well at this point. And yeah, so the kind of the volume weighted levels that I was looking at, there is a anchored VWAP just below. So these are kind of just the zones I was looking for within Frankie's. Obviously never got a pullback. We've got that pullback into Thursday, Friday. So kind of that was the 78 cent give or take level. And then also as well, there was a POC, not POC. So there was I think it's a local golden pocket. Maybe I had it listed somewhere. Was it that one? That's that one. No, I had it somewhere. Sorry, but this was also a local golden pocket vector recovery. It's daily high time frame. The only thing that I am a bit worried about with XRP with ADA at this point is the weekly money flow is still not green. Kind of, it's had the higher daily crosses, which is good for 5 day, 6 day. I think it's just really the three and the 4 day. But obviously, if ADA trends up, Cardano trends up, it looks good. 4 hour, I think 4 hours still got a bit of juice in it still because the momentum waves aren't too overheated. Looking at RSIs and stuff, probably RSIs not also heated from the 4 hour just yet. So yeah, for the most part, I'm still looking back kind of between this is more of a support zone than anything. So something between like 80 and 83 cents, give or take, is like where it is now. It's more of a support zone than anything. It does need to, obviously break above and show support, like I was saying, with ETH above 3,800. Like Cardano needs to get above this 91 cent, show support above 91 cent over a few consecutive days. And then it's got the potential to get up to 108 POC or 114 value area high. It's kind of had a bit of the limelight stolen away from it kind of this week. Some other coins and stuff have got a bit bigger moves, but the Cardano for the most part been a consistent gainer for the last few weeks. I think it's also as well they are looking at ETFs and a few other things with it, so there's potential on it still.
Yeah, October going to be a big month.
I think they've got an upgrade coming up.
Yeah, midnight. Actually, we're going to have Crypto Pro on our Twitter X space on Tuesday at 8 p.m. talking all things midnight. So that's going to be an interesting space for all of the Cardano family, ADA gang family. That's going to be a great space. So as everybody knows, I'm a big Cardano holder myself. Full disclosure, love Cardano. I do see it. We have Berkshire Meats going a little nuts here with the hexagon. He must be a hexagon. Hey, everybody's welcome here. Just be nice. Don't shill. If you shill, we'll have to boot you. We don't want to boot anybody. We want everybody to have their message and say whatever is on their mind, but got to be nice. No douche news. Otherwise, we get rid of you.
No, if you shill, it has to be in a big super chat.
Yeah.
Golden star.
Yeah, if you shill, you at least pay to shill, right? Now, we really try to keep it open for them, guys. Be nice to each other. No douche canoes, as Alex says. That's all we ask for. Have good exchange of ideas. Everybody has their favorite project. We understand. I have mine. We understand. It's okay. No harm, no foul. With that, good job, DDT. We appreciate it. As always, you're feel free to stick around, hang out with us. We do want to talk about what's coming up for the PO Man and the big giveaway. Ready for digital?
Well, we've got the taste for Greenville, which is part of our trip to Lake Hartwell, which you just saw in the little advertisement there. Most of the team, I think, has all of the team bought their flights to go out there. I think the majority of us have. I think the rest of us are on the way. And so we're looking forward to seeing you, Po Man, and your entourage that you're bringing. And on Saturday, we're going to go to the taste for, the Fall for Greenville, which is a foodie event. There's going to be taste, tunes, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We're still looking for that list of bands, and that's just one of the things we're doing. And then we've got, we don't have the actual pictures yet. Billy might get a chance in the next couple weeks to maybe as the leaves start to turn, Billy will share with us actual pictures. But until then, we've got pictures of Lake Hartwell, and so there's some pictures. This is not where we're staying. I can tell you this next one is not where we're staying, although it seems pretty what do they say when something's small?
Glamping.
It's glamping. There you go. So there's a little glamping. That's not where we're staying, and I won't show the outhouse that goes with it.
That's where Poe's staying.
There you go.
Jimmy, you can't talk when Tony's speaking. There's an echo.
There is an echo.
Is there an echo again?
Yes. There is an echo.
Oh, hold on.
Yep.
All right, it's gone. Now we can't hear you. Thank goodness.
Now you can't hear me. Thank goodness. Well, so why is all this stuff to Lake Hartwell important? Well, I'll tell you why. Partially because, let me share this tab instead. Because, at Billy Goat Tales, for those that have our NFT, which you can find right here on the website, you go right here. Well, because I don't have it blown out, but if you click on NFT mint info, tells you all about our NFT book, which was, which was created from our first 30 weeks of X Spaces. We turned those recordings into a book, and the digital book, there's 10 sections of it, 3 chapters each of that book. We had over 170 speakers, including Crypto Crow is going to be on with us Tuesday. But so right here, there's 10% chance on these up here, 15 here, of having an Easter egg. So basically 100 of those 1,000 NFTs had Easter eggs. And from the Easter egg holders of our NFTs, we selected Po Man this year for the annual trip. And so
how did we select him, Tony?
How did we select them? Well, for those Easter egg holders, we spun the wheel and it landed on Po Man. And so I think he was one of 13 people that held Easter eggs. There was more Easter eggs than 12, than 13. But of the 13 people outside of the team, he was one of 13 people, and there's still several Easter eggs available. And now we have a new feature. Not only can you go and buy an NFT right here, there's an official mint site. It's 20 ADA for those that spoke, and 25 ADA per NFT for those that didn't speak on that first season. And then if you want to go to the book reader, I'll pull it up here. I've got the book reader on another tab, but you can see the story behind how we created it. We've got the different NFTs. There's the chapter 1 is the strength of community. And that NFT holds chapters 1 through 3. And so you'll get right into the strength of community right there. And of course, Billy and the gang like to tease me a little bit that part of my favorite thing is the appendix and the preface. Well, you can find out
it's what so is exciting. The appendix and the preface.
No, I know. Well, what I like about the appendix is that it has the list of every speaker from every chapter, and you can find their YouTube links. If they're YouTubers, you can find all their links right there in the bottom, and that's including it with every NFT. So,
and that by the way is awesome work done by yours truly, the Biomex. That's great work.
Boom.
On that NFT book.
Thank you. Yeah, and so we discussed before the show that we're going to roll out a new way, aside from going to the site and minting it through the Cardano wallet. We were going to launch a new way, and Billy, it's open now. So I don't know if we're going to share the word now today, or if we're going to wait until next week.
Well, now that you've set it all up like that, what do you want me to do? Say no?
Exactly right. So we have a new level of membership, and with that new level of membership, it's $29.99 membership. You can. Who's pulling up the stage?
I don't know. I thought you had the right screen up. I guess I don't know.
I'm not touching it. So with that level of membership, if somebody does, well, even if you do, so if you sign up with that level of membership for the first time, when you sign up, we are going to send you one of those NFT books. The team will mint it and we'll send it to you. You just have to go into our Discord and you have to open a ticket, give us your Cardano wallet address, and we will send that right over. So not your Cardano address on Coinbase or something like that. It has to be like a native Cardano wallet, whether it's Vesper or Nami or now Lace or some of those, and then we'll be able to send you that NFT and you'll be able to start enjoying that. And you never know, there's a 1 in 10 chance of getting an Easter egg, which would get you into that annual drawing to come join us on that trip. So,
And just to be clear, Tony, that's with any membership?
no, it's the $29.99 membership. It's the
Okay.
What's it called? The Diamond Hooves. What's it called, Billy?
The diamond horns.
Diamond Horns. There you go.
This is why we
This is why
don't roll it out too early. We don't even know what we called it.
This is why we
You
wait.
guys, man, I tell you.
I
Long
know.
story short, the way we're going to do this is if you wanted to, instead of buying the NFT, if you wanted to take the Diamond Horn membership, Diamond Horn membership, then we're going to send you one of our NFTs. So you're automatically in for the wheel, or potentially you got to make sure when you do get the NFT, it does have an Easter egg on it, because we don't even know if they have Easter eggs on them. But yeah, new level of membership. We just launched. We just put it together before the show. Brand spanking new, just for you guys, just because there's some people that really don't get into NFTs. They don't understand them. And so we made it simple by buying that level of membership. So with that said, yes, Berkshire Meats, thank you for subbing. We appreciate you. Always welcome to love new people coming in and sharing their thoughts right here at Billy Goat Tales. We appreciate that, brother. And good conversation in the chat. We appreciate all that. Dutchie, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Dutchie. Dutchie popped in. Who else did we miss? Did we miss anybody here? We said Pullman, Andrea, of course.
Angela was saying that she thinks that we should have a weekend with no electricity and we find our own food.
Well, that's some DCA stuff, right? Danger Close Alpha. That's a lot of us came from the prepping community. So
Maybe
now,
next year if Andy
in my
wins.
current condition, I probably couldn't do it, but I'll get there. I'll get back to that. We can do that. We can do something like that. And we could do it at your place.
Ooh, because you boys are such wimps.
All right. Let's get in.
Andrew's going to host, is what you're saying.
Yep, that's right. Let me share this.
We'll be gardening.
Our next topic we wanted to talk about. I don't know why that didn't come up. I think you got to take yours down, Tony. Because
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Let's try it again. There we go. So one of the things, guys, BONK, and I don't own any BONK, full disclosure, don't own any BONK, but it has been going ballistics, and I'll have one of you, DDT, if you want to pull up BONK on there too.
Has it been going bonkers?
It has been going bonkers. But DDT, but BONK forms bullish pennant signaling high probability of upward breakout. Now, PUMP.FUN now leads Solana Launchpad with 332 million daily volume, and whale loss and pump, right? So the pump token, we talked about it. It's really been getting beat up. Boost BONK ecosystem investors confidence sharply. So BONK is signaling a bullish momentum as price action consolidates within a classic pennant formation. The token is gaining market attention following strong technical signals and rising ecosystem dominance. BONK's trading range is narrowing, suggesting a potential breakout move. Meanwhile, its ecosystem launchpad, Let's BONK.FUN, now leads the Solana-based platform space. So one of the things we were talking about was the fact that PUMP.FUN had a lot of negative news, right? Had a lot of bad press. I think even a lawsuit was filed in that. And who is filling in that void? Who is sucking up all that vacuum of air? BONK, it appears. And this comes from CoinMarketCap, so full disclosure on that. But let's take a look at the chart, DDT. If you got BONK up, let's take a look at it, see what we can see on that particular chart to see if it's something that our community should take a look at least trading wise.
Billy, you're coming through a little muffled on my end. I don't know about anybody else's, but yeah, let's pull up that chart, DDT.
Just trying to change over mic quickly. Sorry, because now I've had to run some stuff in the background. BONK.
You got some waiting music, Dave? Like ding 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 ding.
Should be coming through. Yeah. So BONK, I think this is on the weekly. So it's had a few consolidation ranges. At this point, obviously, it's now rejecting this top range. There's a little range below it. It's kind of just stuck, like you say, in that pennant or consolidation. It has had a lot of volume because of this BONK.FUN, kind of that PUMP.FUN model, where you can create meme coins, or any coin really. It doesn't necessarily have to be meme coin. Maybe it can have utility, but the kind of steady uptrend from kind of end of June. It's now just consolidating in a symmetrical triangle. Although, full disclosure, I'm not a pattern trader, but you can clearly see it's kind of in a, depends how you want to pull the triangle, but yeah, kind of a symmetrical triangle. So that's
is that money flow coming up down there, DDG?
Yes. So this is on the daily. The daily money flow did cross as obviously it was coming up. So as it broke out from 2290 zeros before it, it broke out the small little range reconsolidation or volume profile. It flipped it to support, and the range that it's currently trading in or was in was this range between 29 and 35, 36. But what it has subsequently done is it's still finding resistance on this value area low up here at like roughly 4 or 40, depending how you look at it, with the zeros before it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also as well just within the Monday range. So literally, yes, it is consolidating, flagging.
That is
however which way, however which way you want to look at it, depending on your trading style.
Right.
But it's literally trended very far away from the EMAs. So strong trend. We can look at the weekly money flow. I think we might have had a weekly money flow cross. Yeah, weekly money flow cross was a while ago. There must have been one recently that gave it a bit of a more of a 3 days almost looking about to cross, which is also a good sign. So Frankie generally speaks about the 2 day and the 3 day money flow. Once they are red and then they flip back green, they usually do give the strong uptrend moves. Daily oscillates a lot quicker. So obviously that is kind of where you would get kind of a trend up or start of a trend up, but your kind of real momentum on most kind of uptrends or downtrends starts on the 2 day and 3 day. Kind of just something that Frankie teaches, or kind of he speaks about specifically in regards to what the money flow does on Market Cipher B. So for now, looking strong, decent uptrend. It's kind of butting its head on resistance at like 40. It's got
got support on, or this is an old DMPOC, but basically the value area low of like 28.90. So it's just, yeah, ranging, consolidating. So ideally what you want, like I said, on ETH, probably Cardano as well, it needs to flip this level to support over a few daily closes, kind of range, and then obviously it can start taking out this top range here. It is looking healthy, kind of specifically market Cypher B money flow wise, trend wise, where it is in regards to its EMAs. Yes, is looking kind of decent in inverted commas. But as I always say, you've got to bear in mind that it's got a strong uptrend, and pullbacks are part of the trading process. So you don't just want to top G these kind of coins when they're literally at kind of higher time frame, very key resistances. I think this is its this is its all-time high value area as well, volume profile. So it's
and that's a 2-day chart, right?
Yeah, this is a 2-day chart. So at currently where it's at now, it's at resistance literally and almost going to go to all-time high basically. So generally you'll find most coins generally will consolidate before they get their run to all-time highs, or consolidate for a while. So maybe with like lower cap coins like these meme coins, it probably won't, or it couldn't, like it might not be the scenario.
Take a look at the weekly on that. See what it shows you.
Yeah, weekly as well. High
yeah.
volume, vector candles. What am I on? I'm on Binance as well. Yeah. So finding resistance. Money flows green. It had the trigger wave, and that literally just started the move up. But you'll probably find there were 2-day and 3-day trigger waves that also started the move. Yeah, 2-day anchor wave, 3-day, 3-day, and then obviously 3 days just about to cross. It's got another leg in it, definitely, but the chances are, or the probabilities are, it needs to kind of range out. It's only just come back into resistance, kind of this all-time high volume profile, kind of that ranges between, I think it was 40 and kind of 52, 53. So there's not, also as well, asymmetrically, there's not much upside. Like, what are you looking, 20% or 50%? 50% upside now, between now and all-time high. And yes, on a meme coin, that's good. If you sprinkle a little bit of leverage on that, that's a decent trade. But seeing how far it's come up, it's probably come up at 3x, I would presume. Yeah, come up at 250%, 2.5x from the current lows, or the current weekly low, pivot low. So for me, I would prefer this to come back down a little bit, range, kind of form a base before it breaks out. But it's looking as if I had to kind of guess, my best guess is obviously sideways and then break these 40 kind of 0.40 levels here. So that's the resistance. Yeah, so that's kind of where I would think what's going for bot. I'm on that, sorry. Clicking the wrong button. So kind of that's the resistance it's hitting now at the moment on the volume profile. It's only just rejected it once though. But like ETH and Cardano, they consolidate below those levels. That's generally bullish.
Yeah,
so
man.
Consolidation, yeah, rather than just Puke City and just, it's more of a healthy scenario, price action wise.
I think so. I never really got into BONK, and I did not even know about the Let's BONK.FUN, but it claimed 85.5% of the launchpad market. So they said BONK's ecosystem has gained strength outside price charts. Let's BONK.FUN, a BONK-backed launchpad, now dominates the Solana launchpad market with an 85.5% share over the past 24 hours. So that platform recorded a lot in trading, and I didn't even know about it. Anyone on the team in the BONK ecosystem, and anybody ever do anything in there?
To trade on that, you would have had to have BONK as well, which actually then obviously gives you the price appreciation of the coin, because you need the coin, the utility in the coin, to actually trade all the other coins or whatever you need to do on that DEX or whatever that thing, whatever BONK.FUN is. So that's probably also it's a sum of all games here, because
With
you need
Solana,
the coin.
yeah.
Yeah, or Solana. So
Yeah.
although Solana's not really moved for the most part, I think it's still trading just under 200, isn't it? 190.
No, but back in the meme coin
yeah.
craze, Solana's, whether
Solana's
it's
190.
with using Jupiter or the Phantom Wallet or any of that stuff, you're in that ecosystem, and then of course Pump.FUN, right? But has anybody ever messed around? Like, I know we have some Doge people, and the Doge has a big ecosystem and a launch pad and all kinds of stuff, kind of like BONK, right? And of course, Doge was there before BONK. But
Billy, I did get to bet on a fight on the BONK.FUN website. You could bet on fights. You could bet on with your BONK. You can bet on games. There's actually a lot of utility to BONK. It does a lot of different things. Of course, I didn't win, but yeah, you can do those things on that website.
What about you, Tony?
Nope. The only thing I think of with BONK is the Flintstones, and then Po-Man was talking about a video game that used to be out called BONK. So, no, I don't. I watched Redman's short that he put out on BONK with 0.000005 and 6 and all the gains and stuff. I mean, Redman's been putting out some good shorts. Dave's shorts, I need to schedule those this next week. He had some that we have ready to go to. So, but no, I don't have any exposure to BONK.
Yeah, and that short you put out on BONK it had a lot of views too. That was a good short, man. Good info. How about you, Jimmy? Any BONK exposure?
I actually do have some. Believe it or not, I've got some BONK dust.
Well, Jimmy's dust is like one of my bags. So what's your dust, Jimmy?
Let's see, how much BONK do I have? About 56 million BONK.
Yeah. So did you get that a long time ago? Did you get that?
I mean, that was one of those cleaning out wallets.
Yeah.
Throw it at something.
What's Andrea saying? I tried to move half my BONK out of Coinbase wallet, and it was lost in the interwoozle.
Interwoozle.
Other half is in the
That's a Charlie and
wallet.
the Chocolate Factory word. Sorry,
You're
Billy.
just going to
What?
noon.
Or what?
Dave's like, what did I miss? This sounds funny. What did Oh, how did we get here?
Andrea.
Put your Andrea emojis in the chat, everybody. Give one up to Andy.
Andrea some love for the interwoozles. It's gonna meme around.
Interwoozles. Oh man. All right. Let me get to this next if I can find
Definitely
it.
Been out in the garden today. Doing some gardening.
How about this, guys? Did you hear about this? Oh, doggone. I'm sure I didn't do this right. Let's see. Did you hear about CryptoPunk purchase shakes up the NFT marketplace? This blew my mind. All right. So the NFT market has recently experienced a remarkable surge due to the acquisition of 6 rare cyberpunks NFTs for over 2.9 million by a single buyer. These particular NFTs, known for their hoodie, I didn't know that, the hoodie attribute, significantly impacted market prices and transaction volumes. The purchase was swiftly conducted through popular NFT platform OpenSea. So on OpenSea, right, one of the oldest of the NFT marketplaces there.
It sounds like it was a hoodie event.
Yeah, it sounds like it was.
Yeah, man. So I think what's happened recently, Billy, is the apes acquired all those guys, right? They acquired the Penguin, or they acquired the CryptoPunks, and they gave all the holders, now they have commercial rights, just like they do with the apes. So I think that was a big shift in what was going on. Although 2.9 million doesn't seem like a whole lot when you look back at the peak of NFT season.
Well, over the past 30 days, the floor price of leading NFT collections like Cyberpunks increased by almost 30%, reaching approximately 51 ETH. There you go, Jimmy. One Cyberpunk can eat up all your ETH there.
They can keep that thing.
Equating to around 190,000. Wow. The Pudgy Penguins collection appreciated 66.7%, while the Bored Ape Yacht Club saw a 9.8 rise in value. So, guys.
Yeah, I think that's because Bored Apes bought them.
Yeah, there's double-edged sword there, because obviously with the as ETH price rises, the floor price on NFTs rise as well. So if they bought at a good level where ETH was lower, they obviously get that appreciation really just because on the basis of ETH price going up, not necessarily just the NFT demand. But obviously you can see from what you're saying, Billy, there is generally an increased demand in this, specifically from Hugo, who bought the punks.
Yeah, and I think it's let's see, comparison with past and current trends. Despite this revitalization, the current NFT marketplace still lags behind the activity level observed in 21 and 22, when the market's total value soared to 16.8 billion. In recent years, several major NFT platforms have either halted operations or altered their business models due to varying factors. But a DDT, but one guy, one user dropping that kind of coin, it makes you wonder, like the couple things that come to my mind. Okay, inside job, somebody building the floor, or secondly, that comes into my mind is, are we starting to the beginning of a little resurgence of some of these high profile NFT projects? And you know who would really be good to bring on is Ernest, because Ernest is really plugged into the Bored Apes and the Ape Coin and everything to do with that. So we probably should bring him on, just not to talk about taxes and financial stuff, but bring him on as a speaker for the Bored Apes and the Ape Coin and everything else.
Can I be contrarian?
Absolutely.
And also say that obviously with NFTs, with the hype now coming back, is this not almost like a local top signal again?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, DDT.
Dare I say it, but it's getting it's
Yeah.
getting like
I would say
now.
we're 20% away from the top.
Yeah.
Somewhere like that.
I'm pretty happy
It's
about
not,
the news.
it's not frothy yet. It could get way worse, or could get
And
way
just for
more
BTC, I
kind
mean,
of ridiculous.
Very good point. I mean, we've been here before.
That's legit.
I don't think it is at the same froth levels, but I think you're right about that, DDT.
I'll say I was pretty happy about the gains. I was able to sell two of my partial ownership in or fractional ownership in the CryptoPunks. So that got me some decent gains on that. It's through a trading card thing, Jamie. We'll have to talk about it offline and maybe bring it up another time. But there's a trading card, or not just trading card, but collectible site where you can buy fractional ownership. And I had bought CryptoPunks, two of them, fractional ownership about 2 years ago. And so this pump helped me get them sold. So.
Well, you're keeping all that quiet, Tony. You know, he's
got to buy some more XRP.
Like the poor guy over there all the time. And meantime, you're over there making thousands on your CryptoPunks, huh?
I gained 58% on one, and I made $6.25. It's not like I made it. Ooh-wee! But you know,
percent wise, it's always
percent-wise. I can maybe buy a burger at McDonald's with it.
One of the things that we hit on it with DDT, or he brought it up, but was the Galaxy Digital 80,000 Bitcoin over, what was it, what was it, Jimmy? 9.1?
9.2 billion.
So what's your thoughts about that whole deal, Jimmy? What's the Jimmy Jim take on that?
I think if it hasn't happened already, someone's going into work on Monday with no pants and quitting. That's what I think. I mean,
I like the
geez,
no pants part.
a $55,000 investment in 2013, walking away with $9.2 billion.
Just going into work on Monday with no pants and no intention on quitting.
Well, you could probably just buy the company. So why would you quit, right? At 9.2 billion. So think about that. Hey, all set, $20. Let's put that up there. Somebody share that show there? Boom. Bonk on, mad love. Thank you for the positive vibes. Of course, all set. We love you, man. We love you, man. Thank you. All set's community member all over the place. We see him everywhere, so we appreciate it. Shuby, good to see you, Shuby. Didn't say hi to you. Didn't want to, and Tony too. Tony, good to see you. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for popping in. So, yeah, man. So that just shows you guys. So you said 55,000 back in 13, Jimmy?
Yeah, somewhere around there, 55 grand.
Mm.
And it was that sale, it was for an estate. So I guess the way it's worded,
Kids are getting
somebody
the money, mate.
died and left it, maybe? I
They
don't
either
know.
died or they have something terminal and on the way out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
kids
kind of
got
read
no patience.
the Coin Bureau article kind of stated that, or even Galaxy themselves, I think, posted on X about kind of the nature of the sale.
I wonder if it was Ozzy.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Or Hogan.
Oh, man. You know,
Definitely not Hogan.
you had to bring those guys up, man. You know, I've been kind of a little down. Those guys are like my heroes, man. And as a kid, you know, like young man, I was coming back from Korea. I was in the Cleveland Hopkins Airport. I was in uniform and coming down the corridor himself, Thunder Lips, Hulk Hogan. And I think because I was in uniform, you know, I went over to him and stuck my hand out and he shook my hand and we talked for a minute. I asked him if I could take a picture and he said, yeah. And I had one of those Kodak, those square Kodak cameras that you click, you know, and had the little cube on it. I got that picture somewhere floating around here, but at that point, Rocky, one of the Rocky where he was Thunder Lips, what was that? Number 3 or 2 or 4, whatever it was, Rocky 3 maybe, or 2. He was in that movie, and I didn't know that at the time, but he was going as Thunder Lips, and of course Ozzy was my first ever concert in 1982, Diary of a Madman concert. It was my first concert as a kid, you know, and I was like, it just stuck with me, man. So I'm a big Ozzy Osbourne fan. It's sad for Sharon and the kids and the family over there. What's that, Tony? What'd you say? Oh, I thought you said. And no, I was reading your text there. Yeah. So, anyways, this big purchase, any one of us could be holding that next big, you know, hold it for all those years, and you could be walking away with billions. That is the hope of the crypto market for a lot of people. For me personally, I'm a big Bitcoin guy. If that's going to happen to me, it's going to happen because I'm holding Bitcoin, and I'm going to just keep holding Bitcoin. So some of these other smaller ones, like Dave and I, we're both, and I think Red too, we're in the Zora trade. So DDT, I don't know if you got any piece of that. We got into the Zora, ZORA trade. And who knows, man? Zora could be one that does very, very well. I know, Red, I think you got into it at 2 cents, right?
Yeah. So just real quick, I got I actually have the chart up right here.
I'll pull it up.
Let me just get myself out of the screen here. Okay, so this is the daily on Zora. As you can see, this thing came out. We got the 23rd April of this year, and it really just it kind of pumped to begin with, and it really just didn't do anything. And then about right here, July 14th, 15th, was the Coinbase live show with Gary Vee, and I listened to him. And Gary Vee was talking about investing in like Twitter stocks, Reddit stocks, social media companies that have done really well. And listening to this, it kind of made sense to me. I was like, well, I know Zora is going to be integrated into the new Base app, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw a little bit of money in there. Well, that thing 4x'd. If I would have kept it in there, it would have done a lot better than 4x. But like I said, wasn't trying to be greedy, just wanted to take my profits, get everything off the table. But the big thing is paying attention to the signs. And I paid attention to what Gary Vee was saying. I respect Gary Vee. He's been around for a long time. Positive attitude, positive guy. Love listening to him. And when he was talking about investing and just trying to, his vision for the future, he started talking about creating content. And so I started going on to Zora, and there's people making money on Zora right now, just creating pictures, creating content, all kinds of stuff. I'm on here, but I'm just messing around. I just put a couple pictures because I wanted to see how it works. But you can click on these pictures and you can see here, there's a market cap there. Each one of these pictures has an actual ticker symbol. So they're basically tokenizing content. And I think that's the main reason why Zora did this. Went from 1 cent all the way up to 10 cents, rejected. Now it's hovering around 9 cents right now. But you're looking at what is this, Billy? It's a 726% gain.
7x.
A 726% gain. And I know, Billy, I know you got into it too. I kind of mentioned something last week. I think Lifer mentioned something last week. And so if you got into this coin and you were paying attention to the signs, you got to reap the benefits. But like I said, tokenizing content and giving the power back to the creators instead of these platforms that just milk people for their content and don't pay them anything. It makes more sense to create on Zora than it does the traditional platforms.
Yeah, it's been a beast of a trade for me. I did well on that trade, and I still have a ton of it. But yeah, I think when you brought it up last week, and then of course our man Sammy Cup and Handy brought it up, and when what is when the list is released from the hottest coins, not Coin Perspective. Who am I trying to think of? I can't recall the name, but they released the list. Token Metrics. Yes, Token Metrics releases that list. A lot of these guys, Frankie does, Lifer, a lot of the channels have the Token Metric list. I always go in and check it out to see, just to explore some of those to see what they're all about. I didn't get a chance to check that one out, and then I think Red mentioned it on air, and then that same night I think Sammy brought it up too. And it was like at a penny or two, but I didn't get into that trade until 0.53, so like 5 cents. And but it went up to 10 cents, and it's done good. And I'm still in that. I mean, I took the lion's share of the profit out of that trade, but I still got a good chunk into that, and I'm going to let it ride because all of that I have into it is free, all of it. So it could be a really good one. And again, going back to Jimmy's point about 2013 and putting $55,000 in it, and all of a sudden you're a billionaire. that's the beauty of this land of crypto. Nobody knows. Nobody's financial advisors. Nobody can see the future. You don't know. We've all been big on certain projects, and they have failed us miserably. And then there's been surprise projects that have popped up that we didn't think were going to go and grow, and they are still here and they're doing well. So if we all had that information and knew the future, we would all be bazillionaires, right? But we're not. So what I was telling the chat earlier was, hey man, we're in it, we're around it. Keep banking your Bitcoin. You're going to grow your fortune that way. But in the meantime, you can hit some of these good trades and you can get into some of these projects early enough that could just possibly change your life. And that's the beauty of being in the crypto, right? So, yeah, man, I still got a piece of that, brother.
Well, I tell you what, Billy, one thing that I can tell you is that we are growing by leaps and bounds on YouTube. We are up to 55 live in our chat right now on the YouTube channel. So if we've been hanging around 40, 41, that's 20%, 25% up from where we were last week. So that is exciting to see. So welcome to all the new people. I see some new people in there. I saw Fairscale in there. I don't think I've seen him before. And a few other new people. So welcome all new people. So everybody in the chat, say hi. And of course, we got some old ones like Shuby showing up and Randy and Allset. Oh man, of course, is in there cutting it up. But currently at 55 live on the YouTube side of things.
That's so awesome. And we just appreciate everybody for supporting Billy Goat Tales and our mission and what we do. We're over 18,000 subscribers. We're growing totally organically. So we only use the tools within the YouTube Studio toolbox through YouTube to help us grow. We got Redman putting out shorts, Dave putting out shorts, Tony doing a ton of editing, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff. Jim works our website, takes all of us at the BGT team to make this happen. And we just want to have fun, but we also want to give the Givers Game message out there, right? It's all like I was telling the team before this, we always have our team meeting. I was like, I just want everybody to make their wad. I want everybody to make their money so that they can stop chasing the money and really start living. And you need people. You need like-minded people in your corner. You need like-minded people in your community that you can share life with and do things with and have fun with and joke around and play around and just live a positive, healthy life with a positive attitude and a positive mindset. And that's what we want to bring to Billy Goat Tales, not just the crypto stuff, right? Because there's a lot of crypto creators out there, a lot of traders out there. We want to kind of package it all up a little bit differently. But with all that celebration, Jim, is it time to open the club? He's got Dave. You got Dave. You got Dave. And that is a tribute, by the way, to Sin City Crypto. We go way back with Sin City, a lot of us, especially Jim, and they started opening the club, and we've adopted it.
I think it was more a tribute to them shutting down the club. Jimmy, am I right about that, bro?
I mean, yeah, I think that would be more accurate.
But we love David and Rob over there, and they started a trend that Jimmy and I was always trying to get the club to open up, but they had limited access, right, Jimmy? Limited access.
Yeah, I popped in there last week. when Dave was flying solo one day, and I just popped in and I saw they put the, you know, Super Chat 5 orange ones, which is, I don't know, like $20 or whatever. So I super chatted 100 and said, divide that by 5, open the club. I got to get the hell out of here and go to a meeting. And sure enough, Dave did it. It's been a minute.
Doggone. All right, let's get on. We keep on rolling here. We got another story. Let me pull it up here. All right. The 4 top trending altcoins for the year. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And again, this came from CoinMarketCap. BlockDAG, Ethereum, XRP, Hedera offer clear potential in 2025. So, yeah. Now, if I would have said this, if I would have asked you guys, what would you say for the rest of the year the top 4 altcoins would be? What would you have said? Jim, what would you have said?
Man.
I'm not sure where you got this.
Definitely Ethereum. I mean,
CoinMarketCap.
kind of a loaded question because I mean, there's some top ones right now, and there's other ones that just hadn't popped off. You know, HBAR I wouldn't have expected to be in the conversation. That's for sure. Man, Aave for sure is in my top.
Okay.
That's just solid.
So
Just
Ethereum,
solid
Aave. Need 2 others, Jimmy.
Damn, top altcoins.
Would XRP been in yours or not?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't think XRP would have been in there.
How about a Cardano?
No, not
No.
Cardano. No. You know, I would have thought Chainlink would have done better. I would have thought Metis would have done better too.
Metis, okay.
Or I'm sorry, not Metis. Matic, Polygon.
Oh, Matic, yeah. Oh, yeah. Matic's been a big disappointment, man, for sure. I think I sold all of mine. I might have some in my ledger left. What about you, Dave? What would have been your 4 top altcoins?
Well, it would depend on when you would have asked me, but if it would have been rather recently, I would have probably went with Ondo with high. I probably wouldn't have went with ETH rather that I would have went with virtuals and like AS16Z or something like that. ADA would be getting close, and so would XRP, just because they both proven themselves recently to be, in the game significantly. But
what about you, Tony?
Where I would choose.
Yeah, I mean, Cardano for sure. I would want to be up there and expect to be up there. Maybe Dogecoin. I know that just with all the different things that Elon does and some of the things that Doge seem to have been doing, trying to get the ability to have funds and other stuff, or at least what not Doge per se, but X was trying to do as far as payment systems. So maybe thinking that Doge might take a run. What else? Stuff like Avalanche, Polkadot. Maybe Dot.
Oh, big disappointer right there.
And that comes from just seeing them at the conferences, right? And seeing all the stuff that they talked about doing and integrating, but hasn't moved into the price action yet.
What about you, Redman?
Well,
top 4.
RMT is going to hate my last pick, but that's okay. Chainlink, Sui, XRP, and definitely I thought Caspa would have been in the hunt, but price action lately hasn't been too great. Months.
Well, no, it pumped up to 10 cents again, right?
If the Caspa crowd can come through and get us back in at least the top 20, I'd be happy.
Yeah. I mean,
but smart contracts are coming out soon, hopefully. But like I said, altcoins are altcoins. Just buy Bitcoin, right, Billy? Just buy Bitcoin.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Bitcoin, you can't go wrong. I mean, that's the bottom line. Can't go wrong. I found this very interesting, this article, because I would have guessed XRP. I would have had XRP in the top four. I would have guessed Ethereum and BlockDAG and HBAR. No, my next one would have been Cardano for sure. And then my next one would have been Chainlink. So I would have been Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, and Chainlink. That would have been my top four. But they go through, and this came again from a CoinMarketCap article. So, look, guys, everybody has to write an article. It doesn't necessarily, and they do some research in here, right? They go through some fundamentals, but you can find a whole nother article. You probably find 50 articles that it's going to be 50 different top four altcoins, right? So, but we pulled this one. So BlockDAG builds real value through utility among the top trending altcoins. BDAG is gaining real attention for its steady rise and easy to use setup. Let's see. Then you go down. So BlockDAG has already raised 353 million, sold more than 24.4 billion coins, sold over 18,500 miners. On top of that, its mobile app, the X1, has brought in more than 2 million users. 2 million users. A live demo dropped recently showing how easily the X1 app and X10 miners work together, making it simple to earn up to 10x returns. So definitely.
Yeah, why does this article feel like a shield for BlockDAG?
Well, let's read them all. Ethereum is another one. So their number 2 is Ethereum. Smart contract leader gains major momentum. So next in the top, their top list. I'm getting an echo. Next in our list of the top trend. So it's their particular list. So it's probably some guy that went through it. This is his David. It's again, you could go. All of us, every one of us had a different top. So, it's not saying that, this is the gold standard here. It's just from CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, but really, if you look up BlockDAG, it doesn't even look like it's listed on any exchange but Uniswap.
Yeah, I think it's newer. So this is, I think it's newer. So Ethereum, we all know Ethereum. We know what it's been doing. So that's a good pick for me. And then XRP, we all know XRP. We just had a whole discussion on it. So, and we know what it's doing, right? And then Hedera. So, closing out the top, our list of top trending altcoins is HBAR. So they're going by definitely weighted trending, Dave. They definitely weighted their top 4 based on trending, which recently jumped 34% to trade around 0.26. The move has been closely linked to Bitcoin's rise, but Hedera's story goes deeper. At the Raise Summit in 2025, it was picked as a ledger layer for verifiable compute, a joint AI project involving NVIDIA. So, and I think, Jimmy, you have some HBAR, right? Didn't you have some HBAR? I know I had some for the fight. When we had to bet on the fight, you had to have HBAR and you had to convert that into the fight token. So that's how I got exposed to it. But you got, I think, it a little earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I got in when Mant said "Hola" on Sin City Crypto.
That's right.
Dave, ask him to say it. I'll buy 2 or 3 grand worth of HBAR, and I did, and it was like, I don't know, 3 cents, maybe 5 cents. I don't remember.
That's right.
But that played out.
Yeah, that played out well for you. Do you still have it?
I do.
Oh yeah, baby. Heck yeah.
I'm gonna wait for him to come back on the show and do Hola again. Then I'll sell it.
Yeah, he hasn't been on in a while.
No, it's been a minute.
Mance is a good guy. He's always seems available to talk.
He's the head of the foundation now, the HBAR Foundation. He's the number one guy.
Yeah. But no, I would have never guessed HBAR myself. However, I do know a lot of people that hold it, right? There's a lot of people that are using HBAR or and they hooked up with what's that? What was the official name of it, Tony? the Fight Club. We went to that fight.
Karate Combat.
Karate Combat. Yeah, we went to that fight. That was awesome going to the Karate Combat fight. That's a story in of itself, isn't it, guys? How we got the VIP seats and right in front of us. Tell a story, Jimmy. You tell it better than I do.
I mean, well, I mean, really what led to it was the little girl. She was like, she wasn't even looking at wristbands. I mean, she just said, general admission this way, VIP this way. So I just fucking walked in the VIP section. And then as we're walking down the line, I noticed they had tape under all the stools. And I walked down to the end and I saw Jay Rogan. I was like, Billy, this is right here. This is where we want to be. This is where we want to be. And we ducked security and ended up, that's where I guess who did we run into? Who did we meet there? That was not the
Well,
Squid
Cardone
Grove.
came over and stood by us for a little bit. We
No,
talked, who?
what was the group of people? Bitty baby boo. I don't know. It was,
Yeah.
I can't remember the.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Yeah,
I can't remember the name.
They
of
were
that
there.
group. But then they pulled him out. They're like, "Let me see your wristband." They pulled him out, and he looked at me, and I just kind of like turned my head, like, "He ain't talking to me." And then he went out and somehow ended up with a VIP wristband, and then that's how it turned into us being able to go to the bar and get drinks and go to the bathroom and crap. It was that was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was. What it was is just so unorganized. The staff, they probably were volunteers. They didn't know what to do. We walked in there with authority. Jimmy leading the way. We just walked in, sat down, and yeah, Joe Rogan came in. He's like right in front of us, and I mean, you literally could hear all the conversations. He had a bodyguard too, and it was a great way to watch the fight. Was that the one that's because we went to two of them.
Well, it was a stream of just MMA fighters like from the UFC and just different people coming over to say hi to him and whatnot. So that was a lot of fun.
Was that the one J Chains fought in? Or was that the second one we went to? I can't remember. They're kind of blended together. Because we saw J Chains fight.
No, that was the one that
was
J.
okay.
Chains fought in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because we interviewed that was at Consensus.
Okay, yeah. Well, we've been to two of those, so they kind of blend together. But yeah, that was a great time. That was a great time, and that's what getting involved in crypto, going to these events. You just don't know what's going to pop in your path. We call them golden nuggets that just pop up unexpectedly in your path, and there's so many golden nuggets that pop up in your path when you get yourself out there and get involved, and you just can't believe some of the stuff. That's where I think we first met Cardone, got to talk with him. A lot of creators that were there. That's where we got a chance to do our first ever live interview with Jay Change. He was walking right after the fight the next morning, pulled him over. Hey, Jay Change, you want to have a conversation? He's like, yeah, man. And it was good because he just came off the fight. He was all beat up, black and blue, looked horrible, right? And he had lost that fight, but he went down with honor and strong fight in him, man. And he kissed the baby on the way out. It was great. It was just a great time all the way around.
Yeah, he was in good spirits too for losing the fight.
Yep. All right, Redman, do you got anything for us?
Yeah. So if you own a Billy Goat Tales NFT, which you can purchase on billygoattails.io, you can have access to Billy's investing channel and Red's research channel. And in Red's research channel, there's a bunch of coins in there, coins that YouTubers don't really talk about. Nobody really hears of, but they're doing really well price action wise. So I try to give them some spotlight and put them in our Discord, give some people, some a little bit of low key research that not everybody else talks about. So, yeah, like I said, you could buy a Billy Goat Tales NFT, and that will give you access to that channel.
And now the new membership category, you get the NFT for free. which allows you to get access to those 2 channels too.
There you go.
So another major benefit for owning the NFT.
I'm not going to give too much away. I was going to talk about it, but I'll just leave that for the people that deserve it. And the people that bought the NFT deserve the research. So
Red's research in there, he does a really nice deep dive into a lot of coins that people may or may not have heard of, and it's the way to kind of be out there. So you have the token metrics that actually bring a list to you and say, hey, we've done our research, check these ones out. And then from there, you got to do a lot of research. Well, instead of doing that, you can just get one of our NFTs, go into our Discord, and you have access. It reads it, knows, and you have access to those channels, and it's free. It's just free. And our NFTs is not about value. We're not saying they're going to 3x, 2x. No, they're just our membership. They're just our membership to everything that we're building out here at Billy Goat Tales. And with that, we are down to Jimmy's final thoughts.
Not a lot of going on this week, actually. It's been a quiet week. Boy is with his mom through this next week, but man, August, we're looking like we're going to get pretty stacked over on the card business side of things. I think we're going to have a show August 16th and 17th, a big one at the Fort Bend Epicenter, just outside in Rosenberg, just outside of Houston. And then the following weekend, we got one actually not too far from the house. It'll be nice, which is another big one the following weekend. So, looking forward to spending some time with the boy. We've got to kind of clean up our screen space here some and make room, because it looks like maybe at the end of August, we're actually going to start doing live breaks. I know over the last week, I've accumulated a whole bunch of cards. Cases of cards and boxes of cards to do the breaks with. So, if you're not following us yet, we're on YouTube, Space City Breaks, and you can see our website at spacecitybreaks.net. Stay tuned. We'll be coming live here pretty soon.
And before we head out, let's just go around the horn, including you, DDT, and let's give our 24-hour Bitcoin prediction right now. We're going to start with DDT. So tomorrow at this time, what price will Bitcoin be at?
118,500.
Okay, Redman.
I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to say 117,500.
Tony? That's you, Tex-Mex.
Let me see. Yeah, let's go 120 plus.
No, 120. So 120? Can't say plus. Okay, so 120 for Tony. What about you, Dave Digital?
So the question is, this time tomorrow?
Yep, this time tomorrow.
I'm going to say new all-time high.
So 123?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Wow. What about you, Jimmy Jim?
121.2.
$1.
I'm going 119.8. That's where I think it's going to be at 119.8.
You think there's going to be a $300 difference, Billy?
Channel.
I think it's going to go up, and I think by tomorrow, at this time, I think it'll be right around that 119, 120 area. I think it's going to go up and come down. So it might, I don't know if it's going to hit all-time high. That'd be nice. But with that said, we got to get over. Make sure you guys go over and check out Keith's channel, Crypto Coin Mindset. Tony, I don't know if we're set up to automatically. We are, but is it set? That's the question, Dave. So is it set? Because we just realized that we could do that. And when I set up the channel, I have not figured out how to do that yet. So we probably got to do that behind the scenes, but we will start making sure that we all auto forward over to Keith's channel now that we have that capability. But with that, make sure you go check out Keith's Coin Market Cap videos. Great friend of the channel. Great stuff over there. And until next time, we will see you next Sunday, but we'll see you Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Crypto Crow talking Cardano and everything midnight. Until then, we love you.
We are Billy Goat. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers gang. 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 We are Billy Goat. We are Billy Goat.